All right, it's time for Sgc Reveal. I had sent in a shipment of cards on July 20th or so is when it got checked into Sgc. And what we're looking at is I got it back on November 6th. So about we'll call it 3 months. I'll be generous, 3 months to get the cards back. In this episode, in this order, we've got some 1971 Topps baseball, some commons and stars, but stuff that I thought was in really good condition and was worth grading. Also have some similarities to the last PSA reveal, the big one, where we had some 86 Topps Football, some 1990-91 Upper Deck Hockey, and some other different stuff thrown in there. So sit back and enjoy. Boom. So it is Tuxedo Time, according to Sgc. I like the sticker. I really like it. So far, my experience with Sgc has been less than stellar. But you know what? Hey, if you're going to call your things tuxedos, you might as well play it up when people get their shipments back. So, got a bunch of cards to go through. I think it's 43 in total. Like I said in the intro, there's a good amount of variety here, so you can already tell by this one being a 1981 Topps basketball. Over here, you've got a whole stack of 1971 Topps baseball. So what I'm going to do is going to make a mess of my display first, and then, oh geez, obviously I didn't think this through. I put these guys up in the back, right, because they are the cards from PWCC. Jesus, oh my Lord, PSA that I had some similar ones are in the bottom of this this stack, and very big differences in the grading. So I'm wondering, did I send PSA the bad cards and send Sgc some decent ones? So let's get into it. We'll start with the 1971 Topps cards. And so here we've got a 71 Topps Fred Sherman in a 7. I mean, you can see, like, these cards are really, really tough to get good grades on. And, you know, I would say I was hoping for 7s and 8s to be the average. I haven't done a calculation, but I think it's more that I ended up with 6s and 7s. Here we've got a Jim Nash, and this is, I have 2 of these. One got 6, one got a 6.5, but what's cool, I don't know, it's an error card, right? You got that black blob. They released, you know, some, a new version of this later on in the set where they basically blanked it out, which was kind of interesting. How they handled that, but those are 2 of the black blobs. This is one of my favorite cards in the bunch, Veda Pinson, who's probably, you know, a very good player, very underrated, but I think this got a 4.5. The edges were probably too rough to get a really good grade. Alrighty, Jim Cott. I know there's some Jim Cott fans out there. This is a Jim Cott 6. Again, if you look at the way that these cards are centered, given the centering trouble that that this set has, they're pretty impressive. Hopefully that reflection in the background is not too bad. I don't want to do this in the dark. But all right, here's this PSA set, Sgc 7 of Reggie Cleveland and Luis Melendez, the rookie stars. Again, really great centering. And again, to get these cards in, you know, in 7s or 8s is monumental. I have. Here's another rookies. This is a 6. Again, nobody important as far as rookies go, but I think, you know, for the cards that, you know, for 71 Topps to be slabbed is important. There's a 7 of the AL playoffs, Game 1, Boog Powell, after he hit a homer, I guess. Here's a Hal McRae, a damn good player in his own right. This got an Sgc 7. You're noticing, I mean, I guess 7s were pretty much, were somewhat average, where the average is shaping up. Jim Hickman bringing the average up an 8. Again, I really enjoy the backs of these cards too. They're nice and clean, and you know, let's try to get that. They're just clean, and I like the fact that the latest Topps Heritage set was modeled off of this one. Here's a Dave LaRoche in an 8. Again, really happy with anytime I see an 8 with these 71 Topps, you got to be happy with it. Gary Ross and Tommy Davis. We'll do 2 at once. 7s. Okay. Got a Hall of Famer here, Gaylord Perry. Unfortunately, 5.5. I think combination of being a little off center and then having a rough right edge probably got caused that to be a graded as is. All right. If you grew up in New York and you went to Mets games when Willie Montañez was there, and you heard the I think it's Bob Shepard, maybe he might be the Yankee guy though, but the stadium announcer, men batting, Willie Montañez. And the way he said that was always so fabulous, so I had to get that one slabbed. Here's a Mickey Lolich, number SGC 8. Again, very good pitcher in his own right, Mickey Lolich. Had a couple of really good years with the Tigers. 1970 not being one of them, 14 and 19. But, I mean, 273 innings pitched. My God, that's great. Okay, I went a little out of order here. Here's another common rookie, which I probably shouldn't have gotten slabbed since it came out of 4. Steve Bryan, Cotton Nash, and then a Merv Rettenmund for all you Merv Rettenmund fans back in the 70s. I really, you know, this is another one of those. The action pictures in this set are just stunning, right? With him kind of going back into, I think it's third base, it looks like. All right, I had one 1963 Topps in this card, in this order. I guess that corner on the bottom left made it really hard to get anything better than a low grade, but this one graded out of 3. Not thrilled, but is what it is. Okay, so let's move over to this stack. Let's see, we got basketball, and we got football, and then we got a lot of 86 Topps football. We got a bunch of football, and then we get into hockey. Okay, so let's do, I'm gonna save hockey to last. I actually did this in alphabetical order. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do baseball, basketball, football, hockey, but look, it is what it is. I'm doing it. George Gervin, 81 Topps, SGC 9. Very happy with that grade. I thought this one had a chance at a 10, which is very rare for these 81s, which are always just terribly off center. So that one came out pretty good. I have a few Bruce Smiths here, right? I think I had 3 or 4 in the PSA order. So we've got an 8, a 7, a 6.5, and a 7. So not great at all. You know, I think there, and it's funny. See this? You see this little? Oh, sorry, let me use my finger so the camera doesn't try to refocus. There's that little print dot, which I didn't notice on any of the ones that I submitted to PSA, but they are on every one of these. So I think that's part of what brought these down. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Ronnie Lott, we fared better on, an 8. If you don't know him, one of the greatest safeties of all time. Lawrence Taylor, I am a Jet fan. I am a giant hater, but he was the single best defensive player ever in the game. This is an 8.5. I really like the look of this card. That one I might actually keep. Interesting. Okay, going into the Walter Payton world. 9, 8.5. 8.5. Did really well with the Walter Paytons. Again, I you know, if you don't like Walter Payton, wow, I don't know what to say. If you don't like Walter Payton, you're just not, you're probably a bad human being, because he's just such a good dude. He was the best running back ever. I'd put him up against anybody. All right, Marcus Allen, rookie, SGC 8. Not bad. Again, it's off center, but this one, again, coming out of shoe boxes 35 years ago. And then a Tony Dorsett rookie, 6.5. I definitely knew when you see, I mean, when you got the centering that's this bad, it couldn't have been, I wasn't expecting a high grade, but 6.5, not too bad. That means the rest of the card is in really good shape. Okay, so let's see. I just realized I had a Sandus Ozolinsh over here. We got a Sandus Ozolinsh here. So let's put Sandus Ozolinsh over here. Let's try not to ruin the display. So, sorry about that overhead light glare. So if you look at, so this Sandus Ozolinsh here was a PSA 7. Here's the one I submitted to SGC. We got an SGC 9. I guess it was in much better shape than the one we submitted to PSA. Nicholas Lidstrom, 9 over here. SGC 9. Cool. All right. So I didn't do anybody a disservice. Peter Forsberg is the only 10 from that order. 9.5. So I did really well with the Peter Forsbergs. Very happy about that. Okay. Nicholas Lidstrom in the back. That's an 8. You kind of can't see it in the. It's an 8. Check this out. 2 10s. For this one, absolutely stunned. Very happy, right? I think Nicholas Lidstrom is one of the top, I'm going to say he might be one of the top 5 defensemen of all time. Definitely top 10. But glad to have those in 10s. Timo Solani back here. We got a 9, a 7, and also a 9 that's not shown. Here, a 10 and a 9.5. So either I sent the majority of the good hockey cards to SGC, or SGC is really easy grading on these Upper Deck hockey. It's probably the former and not the latter, because SGC has a reputation for being a tough grader. Got a Matt Sundin, 9, PSA 9 in the back. Here we've got a Matt Sundin, 8.5 and a 9.5. All right, we average it out. 9, grades are equal. How about that? Advanced math. You didn't know you had advanced math hitting you today. And to wrap this up, Alexander Mogilny. So he was the most disappointing of that PSA order. It was 8, I think 7 and a 6 that already came back. So here, let's see what we got. 8.5. Okay, good. 8.5. Alrighty, good. 9. So again, on the SGC side, I just did so much better with the hockey. Just wild. I really did a bad job of breaking this stuff up because, frankly, I would have liked to have some more of the better valued cards in the PSA slabs. I'm going to do another video, a PSA versus SGC follow-up, because SGC, it looks like, just changed their pricing, and I think it has some serious ramifications for them. But you'll have to wait till the next video. Thanks for joining, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. And actually, let's show 2 10s. I love 10s. I don't get that many 10s. I really love them. I hope I start getting some more. See you soon, folks.